I want today to talk about what divine masculine goes through when that sacred pause, that energetic wall starts to come down. What will they feel? And I really want to remind you, divine feminine, you will feel it energetically before you see anything happening in the 3D. And this is when I always talk about, coming into your sovereignty, holding your sovereignty frequency. Remember, your work is not to take action, 3D action in the 3D realm. Your work is to alchemize that energy, to hold that energy. You are here as that spiritual counterpart, whereas the masculine processes and takes the action here in the 3D. So once that sacred pause is starting to dilute and that energetic wall is starting to, really dissipate down, you will feel that energetic pull. Their name, the number synchronicities, the feeling, you will feel them through the night. At those 2s and 3s in the morning, you'll be woken up and you will know that it isn't your energy that you are feeling. And at this point, it is not for you to focus on that, but for you to start to alchemize. You see, the divine masculine, when that sacred pause is starting to dissipate out and they're starting to remember, because remember, this is a remembering. It is not something new that they are trying to work with. The soul and the heart calls them. That energetic cord can never be cut when soul recognition happens. And for the first part, for that first separation and a few separations after that too, they will deny, they will go into the logic mind, they will run, it will feel overwhelming, they will not understand what is happening. It is only through, and I often say when I'm in Awaken to Consciousness and we're coaching and teaching in there, it's through the failing that divine masculine starts to see the light. It is not through you trying to explain the journey. It is through the failing of the name, your name that is called to them, your soul that is called to them. Remember, this is not, and I really want to emphasize this, the energy and the feeling and that attraction that they are feeling. And when I say it's attraction, it's way beyond the physical attraction. And often, divine feminines will come and work with me and go, they're not somebody I would ever pick. Nothing about them is really what I would go for. But I've got this deep pull and attraction towards them. It's because it goes beyond the physical body. It goes beyond the mind and ego. It is the God essence coming back. And so the eyes are the windows to the soul. So when you look into the eyes, you see your own essence. And so it is that one frequency that is so, so powerful. So when they start to feel that calling, they're not desiring, or the mind and ego will tell them they're desiring and wanting, but it goes way beyond that. And through this journey, through the surrendered stage of the divine feminine, the divine masculine starts to feel that energetic pull, the pull at the heart, the pull at the soul, the pull at the God essence frequency. And so they start to feel it, and the more they feel it, the more they can try and run from it, because it doesn't fit in with the mind and ego. But this goes way beyond the mind and ego. And so this is why it's incredibly important for the divine feminine to surrender, to let go, to align with soul, to align with your original soul's blueprint, why you came here. Because in that abundance frequency, you become magnetic. your energy and frequency now is being felt. And where before, when you were in that crazy obsessive energy, while you were chasing, while you were trying to get divine masculine, that energy and frequency, because it is one energetic frequency, was so overwhelming. But once you neutralize it, once you start bringing it all the way back to you, it starts to aerate. And in that aeration, divine masculine feels that pull. No longer is it overwhelming. It is now an energetic pull. It is now something that they can no longer avoid. They can try and distract, but the distraction only leads to more void they feel within. You see, this is a remembering of the divine essence, the one frequency, the oneness, the higher state of consciousness, the God essence. And once it has awoken, it is not going back to sleep. But you, as a divine feminine, while ever you are stuck trying to figure out the twin flame journey on the toxic twin flame loop of twin flames, you will stay in a never-ending loop of pain and endless searching. This is about surrendering. This is about coming into your sovereignty. This is about remembering who is she. And I say she, but I mean that divine feminine. Remember, this journey goes beyond identifying as male or female. It is a frequency and energy. So if you are that chasing energy, you are the feminine frequency, i.e., let's go beyond the feminine. Let's go beyond and go into, you are the creative energy. Everything is created in that creation frequency. That creation frequency is the feminine frequency. It is seen in nature. It is seen in birth itself. And that is what you are going through, divine feminine. You are going through a rebirth. And through that rebirth, the ripple effect goes through and transforms and transmits through to the divine masculine. But it can't be inner stood while ever you are pushing your energy on. So you have to bring it all the way back to you, through that sovereignty, through that alignment, through that being that lighthouse and starting to work your light in a way that is aligned at a deep soul level, working with your spiritual gifts. You know, that kundalini that gets activated, and it doesn't just activate for some, it activates for all on this journey. This journey is a remembrance back to the true essence. But first, you must find you. Divine masculine must remember their own power, must remember their own light. They must fall in love again with themselves. They must decide to choose themselves. And in choosing themselves, who are they choosing? They are choosing soul. And where are you one? At soul level. So in you choosing you, divine feminine, you are connecting in soul. In divine masculine, choosing them, they are connecting in with soul. And where are you one essence? At soul. This is not a journey of endless searching. It's not a journey of staying in pain. It's not a journey of patience and waiting. It is a journey of remembering your power, remembering your light. And in that frequency, you become magnetic, that magnetic, creative life force frequency, which is awoken with that kundalini. If you're ready to shift, if you're ready to really start aligning with your true soul essence, without all that pink fluffy stuff, without all that stuff that keeps you looping and feeds the mind and ego, then my website is there. It's called the 3Ws, catsacredsoul.com. It's there to help and support you, but I won't warn you, it will not feed the pink fluffy stuff. It is there for alignment.